We are trying to see this very lengthy history of mankind in our own way and trying to identify some of the landmarks. For those who are thinking of why so much of emphasis on religion and culture and other things are happening in a purely technology course, I should tell you that once I start discussing free software, you will understand. Anyway, coming back to my story, I was saying that there was agriculture, and with that we have to take this invention of language and writing, which changed many things. Probably with the advent of language, the way people began to see their lives also changed. Every religion tried to codify its foundational principles and they wrote it. Think of the 10 Commandments in Abrahamic traditions. Though now there is a difference on what Jews feel is the 10 Commandments and what Orthodox English feel is the 10 Commandments and what Catholics feel the 10 Commandments are, there is some kind of consensus. For me, they are very important. Like Islam, there is 5 basic principles which are somehow derived from these 10 Commandments only. Remember the 10 Commandments. I hope most of you have seen that painting of Moses coming down from the hill with a slab of stone wherein 10 Commandments are written. Please remember that. Remember more clearly the 3 commandments among those 10 commandments which deal with neighbors. Please record this. This will be important for us when we discuss free software. Remember the opening lines of Bible. Remember the 10 commandments and the 3 specific commandments there with respect to neighbors. Don't give false witness against your neighbor. Don't steal anything from your neighbor. 3rd commandment is there. Don't steal your neighbor's wife. It's also there. It's one of the 10 commandments. Maybe the social construct of that time demanded such a command. I don't know. I am not speaking very low at all. Whatever it is, in the 10 commandments, there are 3 commandments pertaining to neighbors. Please record this. This is important for my further discussion. So somewhere down the line, language developed, writing developed. Writing, I will tell only one small story. How writing has, in a sense, robbed humans out of their most precious resource. This story, it seems, was told by Socrates. Somehow, see, we are discussing all the traditional things and how can we forget Socrates? Socrates told the story. It seems in Egypt, there lived a king called King Thomas. King Thomas. One day, the god of knowledge, according to Egyptian tradition, Thoth, came to the court of King Thomas. Thoth, being the god of inventions and knowledge, presented some of the new inventions to King Thomas, saying that you please take them and tell your people in your state to follow them, they will be good. So one after another, God Thoth was showing King Thomas some of the inventions. And King Thomas, being a very intelligent king, was analyzing every new invention according to its merit and deciding whether he should give it to his people. Many things are there. It's a very interesting story. I'll fast forward to the thing I want. Writing. Thoth said to King Thomas, King, see, there is this new tool called as writing. Please have this tool, because once people start writing, there is no need for them to remember things for a long time, and the knowledge will remain forever. King Thomas, it seems, took that invention and started analyzing it. He said some of the very important things which I think at present all of us should remember. He said, I don't want this writing. I don't want this writing because if writing comes, people will not bother to remember anything. Which is happening right now. All of us are doing. The moment we write, forget. Write and remember Allah. Write, forget. Most importantly, he said one thing which is very important for anyone who is roaming too much in the internet world. He said that because of this writing, people will get information without instruction. That is what is happening today. There is a lot of information, but we don't know what to do with it. Search for anything in Google, you will lose purpose in life. The moment you see so much information on anything you search, you say, oh God, what am I supposed to do now? Where will I start? Where will I end? Instruction, information without instruction is dangerous. That is what is happening. King Thomas has predicted. Tim Berners-Lee see, whatever you have done, King Thomas had predicted. Anyway, if you see most of the Indian poets also, they say that our greatest asset is that we are not writing. Take any Indian epic, is it written? Srimad Ramayana was Valmiki set the story to Lava-Kush. It seems that the story to someone, but whatever. Somebody telling the story to someone, not writing it. In Mahabharata, when Vyasa wanted to write it, he invited Lord Ganesha himself. He didn't write it. We have a poet in Karnataka called as Kumara Vyasa. He calls himself Kumara Vyasa because he thinks he comes. Vyasa is there, I am just a small way before him. Kumara Vyasa, he has written a version of Mahabharata which is very, very popular inside Karnataka. Unfortunately, many of the people of the land have not read it. Karnataka Katha Manjari. Gadugina Bharata is called. In fact, for people who are a bit interested, I have a information to give. Since Karnataka Katha Manjari or Gadugina Bharata is not right now available in the internet, the original text, there is a project started by few volunteers to type the available text and put it on internet. The project is going on. If somebody is interested and have some spare time and you know how to type Kannada, please get involved in this very important activity. Because the poem as such is such an interesting poem. It needs to be there on internet presently. So there's a volunteer effort going on. Anybody interested can join. What I was trying to say is, even in that poem, Kumara Vyasa lists what are his merits. One of his merits, he says, is that he has not written poem. He has not written even one word. He just said the word. That somehow I think the present generation, not only present generation, from a long time we have lost that habit. Today people who can talk or who can recite something without referring to text, that kind of people, they are fast coming down. That is all because of writing. But anyway, writing happened. Writing also changed one important thing in my narrative. Very important for my narrative. Writing, once for all, changed the equation of knowledge transfer.